here and now today.
Yes, friends, this is Coach Roger. Thank you for joining us on the Unbox Me Today show, episode 460, on the way to 500 in less than 3 years. Wow. A victory bell for being here and being here on the live, because when you're live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. And you know who is so much fun today and who's amazing? My next guest. Let me tell you all about her. Janice Litvin. She is on a mission to help leaders and teams banish burnout to retain top talent. She does this through keynotes, workshops, and coaching. As a former recruiter, Janice is also helping organizations develop the power of human connection while working with AI tools. Her two books support her mission. The first one called Banish Burnout, the toolkit Banish Organizational, and the other one, Banish Organizational Burnout, 26 tips for managers. She had to put the M words in there. She is past president of the National Speakers Association of Northern California and a SHRM, SHRM, Society of Human Resource Managers, another M word, thanks a lot, recertification partner. What is causing so much stress in the workplace? Well, let's find out. So without any further delay, let's bring on the super talented, the super beautiful, the person who walked to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, the one, the only, Janice Litvin. Welcome to the show, Janice. How are you feeling today?
Really good, especially with that great music. Thank you for having me, Raja.
Oh, thank you so much. And if everybody else wants to feel thankful too, hit that gratitude button and click that link down below so that you can leave comments on the live. So let's not waste any more time. I was curious, what is causing so much stress in the workplace?
So much stress. Well, the first is the most obvious answer, and that is everybody's afraid their jobs are going to be taken away because of AI. Huge fear.
Yep.
Huge fear.
I got it. And you talk about the power of human connection. Now, why is that so important right now?
Because so many companies are using AI, and a poor candidate never hears from a human being until they get to the first interview. So they have no human emotional connection with anything about the people, which is what most candidates, especially Gen Z, are looking for right now.
I know. And that's interesting because people forget that, man, people spend more time with their work wives, their work husbands, sometimes than their own spouses. And you need to find people you can connect with and can work together and really accept and not just tolerate, but someone you enjoy working with.
Yeah.
So how can recruiting teams prevent stress for themselves and their candidates?
Oh, there's a number of things. In fact, I have handouts and a lot of ideas about this. I've been writing and blogging about it a lot lately. First of all, the number one thing is, remember, we are all about the human connection. Candidate sourcing and recruiting is all about connecting with humans. And so that means remembering that retention, the ultimate goal, starts before the interview, in the way the job descriptions are written, in the way you're communicating and continuing to communicate with candidates throughout the process, keeping in touch, letting them know you haven't heard from me in 2 weeks, but don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. The managers have been on vacation, whatever it is, keeping in touch. And then treating them with respect during the process, speaking to them before and after the interview. Here's what to expect. And then afterwards, how did it go? What did you think? Would you consider working here? All these kinds of things. Another thing I really recommend, and this is, I don't know if you asked this question, but I'm really serious about it, is reaching out on LinkedIn. Use that big, powerful tool. We all love LinkedIn, and start communicating with people. Get them connected to the people they're going to be meeting.
So actually, you kind of jumped into the next question I was about to ask you. Is what is one tip you would give to somebody who's in the work search or employment, job hunting kind of phase right now? And you just said the number one thing is connect on LinkedIn, because that's where job hunters go. That's where that's where job seekers go, and that's where job hunters are looking. And so
Right.
definitely make sure you're on there. Do you have any other resources for people, like any advice for what they should do and how they should talk to people?
So are you talking about the candidates or the HR department?
The candidates. Well,
All right, so
both sides. How do we connect
okay,
the
both
both?
sides. Number one, for the candidates, remember, you are interviewing the company as much as the company is interviewing
are.
you. You want
Yep.
to make sure that this is the culture you would be in for hopefully a few years. You know, I know a
Yeah.
lot of people job hop, but at least 1 or 2 years, and that you're going to be happy there. And so you have to make a list of your own questions, not salary, not benefits, not vacation, but things about the work and the workplace culture. So
Right. And
that's the candidate side. For the hiring managers, I recommend that they do things like what we're doing right now, a StreamYard, a LinkedIn Live, to open a forum with the HR department and the hiring manager and maybe somebody from the team. And I have an IT background, so I really think about IT. So it would be kind of like a virtual recruiting roundtable where you're letting people ask questions, and the hiring manager and the HR people are all the HR, the hiring manager, and the team member are all talking about why they love working at the company. What is it like? What are some of the projects we're working on? How what is the flow? How much control do we have? How much flexibility? How much support? I mean, there's all these kinds of issues that candidates want to know about before they go to work for a company.
yes, they certainly do. And what a great take on that. Like, that's a great pearl of like a wisdom right there. So right now, if you're getting impact right there, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, because it helps us to create more impact for more people and to help more people around the world. We're not in this just to kind of spew a few words out there. We want to change the world and change mindsets all along the way. In fact, we're going to stop using the word mindset and just say mind shift, because sometimes mindsets are stuck in cement. We are going to create a black button mindset for the world. And breaking news out there, did you know Janice also has something else to share with you all? So, you know, take a look down below. Now, Janice, like, you have a free gift that you want to share with them. Folks, like, what are they going to get when they click on that?
So what they're going to get, and I have a copy right here, is my Banish Burnout Toolkit. And that is to help you acknowledge what's going on around you and become aware, and then how to reframe your reactions so you stay calm and rational at work. And this is a workbook, and the free gift is a fillable PDF, meaning you can work out on any device with it.
I love it. I love it. So there's that link down below. If you're on the if you're on YouTube, there's the link. It'll be in the comments. If it's on podcast, it'll be in post, or you know, you all find it. You know, you are a smart audience, and that's why I love to speak with you, because we all get to share so much. And so, Janice, tell us a little bit about, like, why did you get into this side of, I guess, speaking? Because, you know, you had a successful career in IT and in HR. So why did you start this?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I started out in tech. I did software development, software consulting, software training. And then after I left software consulting and training, my boss, who I loved, and if we have time, I'll tell you all about the boss I loved, called me up one day and said, can you find me a DB2 DBA? Now, for you techies out there, you'll know what that is.
Okay.
While I had a technical background at the time, the DB2 software was new, and the DBA, database administrator or architect role, was brand new. So that was the AI at the time. That was something new. And I said, sure, I can do it. I had never done recruiting. I never planned to become a recruiter. My mother had been an oil and gas executive recruiter down in Houston when I was growing up. So I had a feel for it. And I used to watch her sitting up in bed at night with her binders and the glue, the kind of liquid glue that you used to have to use the brush with.
Right. Oh, remember those?
Cutting out her ads from the Wall Street Journal and gluing them to paper and writing notes. And I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place an ad in the newspaper, because this is before email, before the internet, before LinkedIn. And I placed an ad in the San Francisco Examiner, and I closed the deal, and I said, this is it. I'm a recruiter.
This is what you do now. Oh, that's fantastic. So, Janice, beautiful stuff. Let's shift gears a little bit, talk a little bit more about you. I always say that, people join a person, not a business. Now they also want to connect with you as a speaker and a coach and a commenter, and so tell us a little bit more about where did you grow up and how'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up down in Houston, Texas, where my
Woohoo!
daddy was
Yep,
a meat packer.
yep,
And I was just thinking about him this week because, and of course, he's gone now, and I miss him very much. I
yeah,
miss both my parents. But my father used to have this attitude. Well, first of all, I spent every weekend with him. There were four of us, but we
yeah,
each got individual time with him, which I
right.
felt was very critical.
Hmm.
And so sometimes I would go with him to his meatpacking plant and I would sit and talk to the cows, which is, I know it's crazy, but I was a
Really?
little girl. I was a
Oh,
little
it's
girl. What did I
funny.
know? And
Wow.
so, but one kind of motto to live by in life is never give up and always have hope. And so, if I had one word to describe my father, it would be hope.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. What about growing up then? So you grew up in the meatpacking company. Like, is there along the way, did you ever see like a movie or a book to help kind of change the way you see the universe or the way it shapes your mind?
It's funny. When I was thinking about this
Yeah,
interview today, I wrote down one movie, but because of what you just said, the way you phrased it, I'm going to give you a different answer. And that
sure.
was West Side Story.
Really? Okay.
So, first of all, I'm a dancer and I always have been. So, I
Oh,
love the music
nice.
and the dance. But
Ah,
of course, the bigger, more important message of West Side Story is two different groups getting along. And that's certainly a huge, huge issue today as we blend cultures together in our workplaces. It's so important
yes.
to be open and respectful and to try to really get to know each other as people first. I really feel strongly about that.
Certainly. And I've seen too many managers in different pharma companies. They hire people that are almost exactly like them. And you know what I'm
Yes.
talking about if you've been
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So you see everybody say like America is the big melting pot. It's more like a salad bowl. There is groups of people all over the place and there's different diversity, but not everything mixes. So that's the point is that, within your own team, even you want to diversify because you get different opinions, different attitudes, you get more innovative problem solving and different perspectives to solve issues faster. Plus, also the way a team builds and the way a team connects. I mean, that having that amount of diversity, it just helps. I mean, I know right now DEI is sort of like the buzzword right now that people are trying to stay away from. I disagree. I think
Yeah.
we need it now more than ever. And no matter what's happening out in the world, it's not just about diversity, equity, inclusion. It's more about accepting everybody that is capable of doing that job well, right? And
And
so,
yeah. And treat them and meet them where they are and treat them in the way you would want to treat your best friend or your child or your
always,
spouse. Treat
hmm,
them with respect and you will get trust and respect back.
beautiful, beautifully said. What's your favorite kind of music? Because now we just heard a West Side Story, but is there anything else that kind of like shakes your boat?
Well, as a Zumba instructor, which I don't know if I even told you I was a Zumba
Yeah, I didn't
instructor,
know
I
that.
love Latin music, especially Latin pop. I love salsa. And I've learned, as a Zumba instructor, I've learned all the differences in the rhythms. And as I'm
Ah,
learning a
cool.
song, I really think about the chorus, the verse, the meaning of the song.
Right.
So I really, I love dancing to Latin music.
I love it. I love it. That's so cool. Yeah. You know what's funny? I I obviously because of my speech problem, uh it was very hard for me to I tried out for Greece, I didn't make it. Obviously, I couldn't do any of the spoken lines, but I could sing in the chorus. I could sing in the choir. So I always found singing to be my outlet. That was my freedom. And so for everyone out there, find the thing that really gives you that freedom of joy, that freedom of spirit. And, we had in our district choir a saying, sing, let your spirit fly. And that's it. And we had it on a t-shirt. I wish I still had that t-shirt. I think it just got too old. So we tossed it eventually.
Yeah.
But man, what an amazing thing to think about is that, you know, something so powerful, music,
Yeah.
elevates every single one of us. Like, who cannot be inspired when you hear the Rocky theme, playing in
Yeah.
the background or something, or you hear the Terminator theme song, dun 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 dun, and something's happening, something's about to happen. Get you excited. So music changes all of us. I mean, every like little girl, including my daughter, let it go, let it go. What an anthem song of self-empowerment and finding out who you are and finding out how
Yes.
powerful you are. Oh, what a powerful. Oh, I'm getting chills right now. Hashtag girl dad, that's me. So, and so all of you out there, yeah, go find the thing that really lights you up. It's so powerful. What
Yeah.
about now? Do you have a favorite quote of someone that inspires you that you
Oh
can
my
share with?
gosh. I guess it would be Maya Angelou, and everybody quotes this, but I didn't know we were going to talk about quotes. But
Sure.
she talks about they won't remember what you say.
Yeah.
They won't remember. I forgot the second one, but the third part
Yeah.
is they will remember how you made them
Say
feel.
what you said. Yeah. It's something like that. Yeah. But they will remember how you made them feel.
Yeah, and that's everything.
Yeah. And I remember hearing that and just thinking that what a freaking amazing thing, because the first time I remember hearing that in Toastmasters, God, 6 or 7 years ago,
Yeah,
and thinking like, I never heard that before. Why is that so powerful? Why does that make
yeah,
so much sense? They won't remember what you say, what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. At the end of every speech, did you make them feel something so they want to change their life? Because otherwise, there's no point in being a speaker if you gave a bunch of flowery words. That's great. Motivation, motivation, motivation. Clap, clap, clap. Bye, bye. And we forget next week. Or did you inspire them to think and make a choice because you moved them to emotion because you made them feel something? Oh,
yes,
I love it. I love it. That's why I love speaking now. I mean, honestly, and
yeah.
so fantastic. What about what is a fun fact about you? Now, I already heard of a fun fact you already know, but tell us something else.
Oh my gosh. A fun fact.
Hmm.
Something that nobody knows is that oh, okay, I'll give you one, and it relates to what you said about trying out for Greece.
Yeah.
I was a dance extra in a movie
Ooh.
called Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band with the Bee
Ah,
Gees and Peter Frampton and George Burns.
no kidding. That's fantastic.
That was so much fun. They were so much fun. They hung out with all of us, and we had a really fun week on the set.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. I got to tell you, I've been on the stage at the Kimmel Center, the Man Music Center, and at the Grand Opera House in Delaware, and in Philly, and there's so many great venues out there and great places to sing and perform. Um, I I sang backup in the choir for 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 Procol Harum. So if you
Oh,
remember Lighter
yeah.
Shade of Pale, Butterfly Boys, yeah. So I have a
Yeah.
picture with me and Jeff, the guitarist, uh,
Nice.
after
That's so
after the
cool.
show and
You
stuff.
know,
Yeah.
speaking of guitars, my husband is a guitar fanatic,
Oh
and
yeah.
he travels
Ooh.
with me to all my gigs. So when we went to Wichita, he went and bought a guitar. Like when I'm having to do my sound check or my
Yep.
practice,
Yep. Yep.
he'll go around to the guitar stores and introduce himself. And he's met some really interesting luthiers, like family-owned businesses.
Cool.
A luthier, for those who don't know, is a guitar maker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Guitar makes you both.
so
Mhm.
now when I see guitars on TV or whatever, I'm really watching their
So you learn a
fingering
little
up.
more about it. Yeah.
I've learned a lot more. I can't figure out how to play, but I love to
You have
watch.
to connect me to your husband because I'm self-taught on the piano and the guitar, and
Oh,
I won't say I'm great at all, but I play well enough where I can sing on stage and perform, and it is
yeah.
so much fun. And especially with the guitar, I remember one of my old friends, like before I bought my first guitar, he lent me his like a Martin, I think it was a Martin DX1.
Yes.
Had that for a year. I was playing around with that until I figured out what style of music I want to play. Then I ended up buying a Taylor guitar. It was actually a baby Taylor 3/4, and I just felt like it didn't have the sound acoustics and the oomph I wanted. I ended up returning that, and then I bought a Washburn, but it was a cutaway electric CE, so it actually goes all the way down to like the 20th fret, something like that, and it is
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
so versatile. And so my next guitar is going to be something like a oh my God, what's the name of it? I'm blanking on the name. The one that has like sort of like that sort of like an eggshell kind of pattern on the back. It's black. The like Ovation guitars. They're
Oh,
just beautiful. I love the sound the crystal clear quality in the pickups of those are just fantastic. So anyway, I have to stop because otherwise I'll keep going if we start talking about music. All right. So tell me a little bit more about, so now before we shift gears again into our speed round, I want to hear more about, tell me a little bit more about like a fun question, like, what is your favorite kind of food?
I'm laughing because I can eat almost anything. Well, growing up in a home where my father was a meat packer, we did eat steak.
Oh
And
boy.
yes, I know that saturated fats aren't good for us. So I don't eat steak every day, but so I do limit it, but I don't cut it out altogether.
Gotcha. Okay, so like I know who to talk to. Hello, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Yeah, like we need your porterhouses, pallet of them over in the green room. Stat, thank you. So totally real call.
With a little bit of chocolate to wash it down.
Right. So before we send you to the green room with all that food, what is the one thing you want people to recall about you?
Wow, that's a very deep question. Well, I want them to remember that I want them to remember that I do the work I do because I care very deeply about people. I've always been, I always find a lot of value in my friendships. I care very deeply, and I'm emotionally, I'm connected to people, and I want everybody to be healthy and happy.
Fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much. You're going to ring the Victor bell and enjoy all that steak. Save me something, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see. So most of my guests just eat everything, but we'll see what happens. All right, so while we're waiting around, don't forget that for our sponsor segment, we also have this week coming up. Tomorrow, I am on a summit at the Phoenix Rising Summit. So please support our sponsor. I'll be speaking at 5:30 tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, I'm also speaking on somebody else's stage at the Global Cash Summit. So make sure you tune in there as well. So, and also, if you want to start changing your life, remember what we always talk about? You can't just make waves. Sometimes it starts with a big splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us for our 60-second mind shift today. So today, Janice was talking about team culture. Now, this is a thing I am intimately aware of because I've seen great companies have poor teams, and those teams are not productive. They don't have good camaraderie, and as a result, they become less productive and less profitable. I've seen smaller companies with great teams do amazing things. In fact, that's how one of the previous companies that I worked for, we helped to build it up to a $30 million capitalization, and then we got bought out by a larger fish and became J&J employees. Yes. So as a result, imagine you are part of a team and a company and a culture that doesn't suit you. You get in and people start to gossip about you. Oh, she's 5 minutes late. Or the person says, oh, I can't believe she's eating that for lunch. I thought we're supposed to be vegan now. Everybody's supposed to be vegan. Well, those kind of little small jabs and barbs, that connection gets lost. And all of a sudden you start to lose trust within the team. Because of that, when it comes time to, you need help with a meeting or a slide deck, or you need someone to, hey, can I leave 10 minutes early to pick up my kid from school? They say, oh, sure, I got you. That trust isn't there, and the team suffers. So think about it this way. If you want to have a really productive and profitable team, it starts out with that trust. It starts out with that team culture. There's a reason why they call someone at work like your work husband or your work wife, right? Because you spend so much time with them. You really build a very close relationship. You can trust them with the work that you are doing. And it matters because, for example, I've been a 25-year cancer scientist. My goal is always to build effective teams. And that's what I do, is like I elevate and I build the ROI of teams using invisible superpowers. And I'm really good at it. And that's why they hire me to be up on stages. In fact, one of the companies I worked for recently, I ended up managing their clinical trial operations for 3 years, made the antibodies from scratch, shipped them out to the clinical trials, Darzalex, and became a $6 billion drug in the US alone. And then another $6 billion around the world. So $12 billion. And I can put my stamp on that. I brought that to market. And the reason was not because we won another slide deck, not because we want another prize or award at work. The patients are waiting. That team culture is important because there are people out there dying. It's up to us to improve our team culture, get back to normalcy, speed up our processes and our results. Whether you use AI or not, it doesn't matter. Find a way forward so you can save more lives and get our products and our therapies to our patients faster, and patients or consumers, right? So that's what we can do to help everybody connect more. All right. So without that, or without any further delay, let's bring back Janice to find out. Let's see if she saved me any food. So Janice, welcome back. How was all the food? Did you save me any?
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, that's good. There's the first.
Oh, yeah. There was a message there about the mic. Yes. I'm making a chocolate mousse out of pears and unsweetened dark chocolate for my son's birthday this week.
Oh, nice. Great. All right. So Janice, what did you think about that 60-second mind shift? What was your big takeaway and what would you add to it?
My big takeaway was something, you didn't use this word, but it reminded me of this important point, and that is the mission. So you said the word, we saved lives.
Yeah.
Well, when I work with companies, one of the big things they need to understand is that the Gen Z and really everybody is looking for a mission that they can really connect to and that they can value. So let's say one of my clients was a large manufacturing construction company. So they're not just putting steel and concrete together. When they work with a hospital, like you said, they're saving lives. And that's what inspires people and helps drive their passion and intrinsic motivation for their work.
Very nicely said. I love it. Thank you so much, Janice. You've been a joy here. Folks, I'm going to put her link down below again. Make sure you grab it. Don't wait, don't delay. Do it right now because remember, as we know, success leaves clues. There's a clue right there for you, okay? Make sure you grab it. So, Janice, before we hop off on a call, holding hands, singing Kumbaya, off into the sunset, tell us, if somebody gave you a blank check, what is your grand vision to
my grand vision to change what?
To change the world.
Oh, to change the world?
Yeah.
It's a Beatles song. All we need is love. I would help companies spread love for their people because
I love that.
People
Another Beatles song.
Love.
All we need is love. You got it. All right, folks. Janice, thank you so much. It's been a joy having you here on the show. We are episode 460. Keep going for us until we hit 500 because we are raising awareness about invisible superpowers that every single person has. All of our sponsors, they, in some way, shape, or form, they're helping us to support the NSA, that is the National Stuttering Association. So I thank all the donors and all the sponsors out there. Thank you so much for being in alignment with my mission statement. I'm Coach Raja. As always, don't fake it till you make it. Instead, believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Janice, quick 3 questions for you, then we're out of here.
Okay.
Tell me a little about, why did you want to come on this show today? Why here?
Well, because of you. Because you invited me and you made it sound like it was really fun and you delivered. It was really fun.
Good. I'm glad. As I always say, fast, furious fun right here, all day, every day. And what was your biggest takeaway from the show today?
Wow. Let me think about that. What was my biggest takeaway? The way I put it together in my mind, based on the things that you were saying, is we are a human being made up of all of our experiences. And as a recruiter, I used to tell people, they would say, well, should I tell them about this job? Should I tell them about that job? Every single thing you do in life adds up to who you are today. And that's what they're hiring, a person that is made up of all these experiences and emotions.
It matters. It matters. Yes. Tell them about the real you, the authentic you, because nobody wants someone that's fake. I mean, we're tired of plastic, right? Be real, be organic, be real. And lastly, scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
Oh, 10 for sure.
Boom. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Janice. All right. So for those that also want to, I also want to remind everybody, we have our December 20th end of year Black Belt Mind Shift workshop is coming up. It is our annual big event, hundreds of people online. We're going to change your mind shift and help you launch into your new year. And we're not going to wait till January 1st to do it. So click that link below and we'll find you. All right. And Janice, thank you so much. It's been beautiful. And we are out of here.